Fat in your blood. What nobody tells you about triglycerides. You went to the doctor, had a simple blood test, and got news that left you worried. Your triglycerides are high. Maybe your doctor told you that you need to change your diet. Maybe they suggested a medication. Maybe you walked out of the office with a prescription in hand and a head full of questions. What exactly are triglycerides? Why do they go up? And most importantly, can you actually bring them down without medication? The answer to that last question is yes, and it will surprise a lot of people. The majority of people with elevated triglycerides can get those numbers back in range with lifestyle changes alone. But for that to work, you need to understand what is happening inside your body. And that is exactly what we are going to explore now, chapter by chapter. Stay until the end, because the last tip is the one almost nobody considers. Yet it could be the key for your specific situation. What is this fat circulating in your blood? Triglycerides are the most common type of fat found in the human body. They circulate through the bloodstream and are stored in fat cells, acting as an energy reserve that the body draws on when needed. Think of them as an emergency battery your body carries for the moments when energy from food is not enough. The problem begins when that battery gets overcharged. When you eat more calories than your body can burn, those extra calories, especially the ones coming from carbohydrates and poor quality fats, are converted into triglycerides and stored away. Your body thinks it is doing you a favor, saving energy for the future. But when this becomes a routine, blood triglyceride levels rise and stay chronically elevated. Normal values are considered to be below 150 milligrams per deciliter. Above that, there is already a warning sign, and when levels exceed 400 milligrams per deciliter, the health risks become very serious, as you will see shortly. And if you think the problem is only about the fat you eat, wait until you find out what carbohydrates have to do with all of this. The silent damage that high triglycerides cause. Elevated triglycerides usually produce no immediate symptoms. You feel no pain, no fever, nothing noticeably different in your daily life. That is exactly what makes them so dangerous. While you go about your normal routine, they are quietly doing damage from the inside, slowly and silently. One of the main problems caused by chronically high triglycerides is atherosclerosis, which is the buildup of fatty plaques inside the arteries. These plaques gradually narrow the blood vessels over time, restricting blood flow. The result can be a heart attack or a stroke, two of the leading causes of death in the United States and around the world. When triglycerides reach very high levels, above 400 to 500 milligrams per deciliter, there is also a risk of acute pancreatitis, which is a serious inflammation of the pancreas. It causes intense abdominal pain, vomiting, and in severe cases can be life-threatening. Very few people associate this medical emergency with high triglycerides. In addition, elevated triglycerides are often a signal that something else is going on in the body, such as insulin resistance, prediabetes, or metabolic syndrome. Treating triglycerides frequently means addressing those other conditions at the same time. But why do triglycerides go up in the first place? The causes go far beyond diet, and knowing them changes everything. The causes that go beyond what you eat. A poor diet is the most common cause, but it is far from the only one. Obesity, especially the accumulation of abdominal fat, is directly associated with elevated triglycerides. Excessive alcohol consumption is also a relevant factor. Alcohol is calorie-dense, contains natural sugars, and stimulates the liver to produce more triglycerides. Some people have such a strong genetic sensitivity that even small amounts of alcohol raise their levels significantly. Certain medications can also raise triglycerides, including corticosteroids, anabolic steroids, antiretrovirals used in HIV treatment, and isotretinoin used to treat severe acne. If you take any of these and have high triglycerides, it is essential to discuss this with your doctor. Conditions such as hypothyroidism, diabetes, and kidney or liver disease are also associated with elevated triglycerides. In many of these cases, treating the underlying condition is what brings triglycerides back to normal. That is why, when levels do not respond to lifestyle changes, Investigating other conditions becomes essential. Now that you know the causes, it is time for the solutions. And the first tip is the one that changes everything at its foundation. Tip 1. Losing weight changes the game. If you are overweight, losing body mass is probably the most powerful intervention you can make to lower your triglycerides. And the best part is that you do not need to reach your ideal weight to feel the effect. A reduction of just 5 to 10% of your body weight already produces a significant drop in triglyceride levels. When you lose weight, the liver accumulates less fat, the body uses insulin more efficiently, sleep improves, and the motivation to move increases. It is a positive cycle that feeds itself. Losing abdominal fat specifically has an even greater impact because visceral fat is metabolically more active and contributes directly to raising blood triglycerides. The biggest mistake most people make is chasing radical and unsustainable diets. The usual result is the yo-yo effect. The lost weight comes back quickly, sometimes with a little extra. The most effective approach is to create a moderate and consistent caloric deficit, combined with gradual improvements in the quality of what you eat. But losing weight alone will not solve the problem if your diet is still full of one particular type of food. Find out what that villain is in the next chapter. Tip 2. The carbohydrate that is sabotaging your test results. Many people think that lowering triglycerides means cutting fat from the diet. In most cases, the real villain is something else entirely: simple and refined carbohydrates. White bread, white rice, pasta, potatoes, cookies, cakes, and snack foods are the primary suspects. When you eat these foods, your body digests them rapidly, generating a blood sugar spike and a strong release of insulin. The excess glucose that the body cannot use right away is converted by the liver into triglycerides. The more frequently this cycle repeats, the more triglycerides are produced. Over time, this process also increases the risk of insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. The solution is not to eliminate all carbohydrates, but to make smart substitutions. Swapping refined carbohydrates for complex ones, such as oats, quinoa, legumes, and vegetables, completely changes the picture. These foods are digested more slowly, prevent blood sugar spikes, and provide energy in a more stable way throughout the day. But cutting out bad carbohydrates is not enough if you do not know how to choose the right fats. That is what comes next. Tip 3. The fats that protect and the fats that destroy. Not every fat is an enemy of triglycerides. There are fats that, when consumed regularly, help reduce these levels in the blood. And there are fats that do the opposite. The protective fats are those rich in omega-3, with proven ability to reduce triglycerides. The foods richest in this nutrient are cold water fish such as salmon, sardines, tuna, and mackerel. Beyond those, chia seeds and flax seeds are excellent plant-based sources of omega-3. Extra virgin olive oil, avocado, and nuts like walnuts and almonds also benefit the lipid profile. The harmful fats are primarily trans fats and saturated fats in excess. Trans fats, found in ultra-processed products, margarines, and industrial fried foods, raise triglycerides, increase bad cholesterol, and lower good cholesterol all at the same time. Saturated fats, found in fatty cuts of meat, processed meats, bacon, excess butter, and full-fat dairy products, also contribute to the problem when consumed frequently. This does not mean giving up meat entirely. It means choosing leaner cuts, moderating full-fat dairy, and replacing frying with healthier cooking methods such as baking or grilling. There is still one powerful ally that almost everyone underestimates, and it is sitting right there in your fruit bowl. Tip 4. The fiber that blocks fat from the inside. Dietary fiber is one of the most underrated nutrients when it comes to cardiovascular health. There are two types, and both benefit anyone looking to reduce triglycerides. Soluble fiber, found in oats, beans, lentils, chia seeds, and flax seeds, dissolves in water and forms a gel-like substance in the intestine that binds to fats and sugars in food, reducing the amount absorbed by the body. Think of it as a natural filter, working on the inside. Insoluble fiber, found in leafy vegetables, fruit skins, and whole grains, adds bulk to stool, speeds up intestinal transit, and promotes longer-lasting satiety. When you feel full for longer, you tend to eat less, which indirectly helps control triglycerides. Chia seeds deserve special mention. Rich in omega-3 and in both soluble and insoluble fiber simultaneously, they work on multiple fronts at once. A practical suggestion is to add 2 teaspoons of chia seeds to plain unsweetened yogurt or to lemon water at breakfast. Consume it right after preparing it, before it forms that thick, gel-like texture that many people find unpleasant. There is, however, a drink that many people consume without a second thought that is sabotaging all of these efforts. And most people have absolutely no idea. Tip 5. The liquid poison nobody suspects. You have probably heard that a glass of red wine a day is good for your heart. But when it comes to triglycerides, alcohol is a serious enemy, regardless of the type or the amount. Every gram of alcohol provides 7 calories, nearly double what carbohydrates provide. The liver prioritizes metabolizing alcohol above everything else, and during that process, triglyceride production increases significantly. For people with a genetic predisposition, even small amounts of alcohol already cause significant spikes. But alcohol is not alone on this list. Packaged juices, regular sodas, sweetened teas, coffee with sugar, and smoothies also contribute to raising triglycerides. These drinks deliver large amounts of sugar into the body very quickly, generating the same glucose spike that, as we have seen, is converted into triglycerides by the liver. The solution is simple. Make water your priority. Water, unsweetened tea, black coffee, and lemon water are the best options for anyone fighting high triglycerides. If you need to sweeten something, prefer natural sweeteners in moderation, and gradually work on reducing your need for sweetness in beverages. The next tip goes far beyond diet, and it transforms the metabolism from the inside out. Tip 6. Your body is asking you to move. High triglycerides are a signal of imbalance between what you consume and what you burn. The best way to restore that balance is not just to eat less, but also to move more. Regular physical exercise is one of the most effective interventions for reducing triglycerides because the muscles use stored triglycerides as fuel during activity. This directly reduces the levels circulating in the blood. The minimum recommendation is 150 minutes of moderate physical activity per week, the equivalent of 30 minutes a day on 5 days. For more significant results, increasing to more than 40 minutes of continuous activity per day is even more effective. You do not need a gym membership or a personal trainer to get started. Walking, cycling, jumping rope, or swimming already make a difference. The most important thing is consistency. Small changes in your daily routine also have real impact. Taking the stairs instead of the elevator, getting off the bus a few stops early and walking the rest of the way, or standing up from your desk for a few minutes every hour are habits that, added together over months, produce visible results in your lab tests. There is still one final tip that goes beyond everything we have discussed so far, and it may be exactly what is missing in your case. Tip 7. The tip almost nobody considers. Many people do everything right with diet and exercise, yet their triglycerides remain high. And the reason may lie in something that happens every single night. Sleep. Poor sleep directly affects fat metabolism in the body. During sleep, the body carries out fundamental processes of repair and hormonal regulation. When sleep is insufficient or poor in quality, levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, increase. And elevated cortisol stimulates the liver to produce more triglycerides. Chronic stress, even without sleep deprivation, also raises cortisol and contributes to the problem. People under intense stress tend to eat more, sleep worse, exercise less, and seek comfort in calorie-dense foods. It is a cycle that feeds itself and must be broken consciously. The recommendation is 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. Creating a consistent sleep routine, avoiding screens before bed, keeping the bedroom dark, and reducing caffeine consumption in the afternoon are simple strategies that improve sleep and, as a result, help bring triglycerides down. But what happens when all of these changes are still not enough? There is a medical path forward, and it is more straightforward than you might think. When your doctor recommends medication, following all the previous tips is the most powerful and lasting path. But some people, even after adopting healthy habits, continue to have elevated levels. This can happen due to genetic factors, uncontrolled underlying conditions, or a combination of factors that do not respond to lifestyle changes alone. For these cases, there are effective and safe medications available. Fibrates are the most commonly used class of drugs, specifically for reducing triglycerides. Fenofibrate, ciprofibrate, and gemfibrozil are the most common examples. They work by stimulating the liver to metabolize this type of fat more quickly. They are very effective, but cannot be used by people with serious kidney or liver disease. Statins, prescribed primarily for high cholesterol, also reduce triglycerides as a positive secondary effect. High-dose fish oil, especially in concentrated omega-3 capsules, can be prescribed as a complementary treatment for very high triglycerides, and if your doctor has prescribed any medication, take it. Do not abandon treatment without professional guidance. Medication and lifestyle change are not opposites. They complement each other, and together offer the best possible results. This content is for informational purposes only and does not replace the guidance of a qualified doctor or healthcare professional. Always consult a specialist for a diagnosis and treatment appropriate to your specific situation. The next step is in your hands, and it starts with your very next meal. A simple plan to start today. You made it to the end, which means you are committed to your health. Now it is time to turn all of this information into concrete action. And the best way to do that is to start with small and sustainable changes, not with a complete overhaul that will last a week. At breakfast, swap white bread for a whole grain option and add 2 teaspoons of chia seeds to plain unsweetened yogurt. Include a source of protein, like eggs, which keeps you full longer and reduces cravings for carbohydrates throughout the day. At lunch and dinner, reduce your portion of white rice or replace it with brown rice, increase the vegetables on your plate, and add legumes such as beans, lentils, or chickpeas at least 4 times per week. For snacks, replace cookies and chips with whole fruits, nuts such as walnuts and almonds, or plain yogurt. For drinks, make water your default and eliminate sodas and packaged juices from your routine. As for exercise, start with a 30-minute walk each day. No gym required, no equipment needed. Just step outside and walk. Remember, it is not about perfection. It is about consistency. Every small healthy choice you make today is a step toward better test results, a healthier heart, and a life with more energy and quality. The knowledge is here. The next step is up to you.